viewers, in today's math class, we shall be taking binomial, theorem, and expansion. This is part 2. I have taken the first part. I want you to watch to the end and meanwhile subscribe to my channel and share my videos to your learning colleagues. If I am given P plus Q raised to the power n, in the first video, I said that the expansion formula is given by summation of k starting from 0 to n. Then n factorial all over n minus k factorial, then k factorial, then we have p raised to the power n minus k, then q raised to the power k. This is the formula. This formula can help us to expand any type of binary expansion. So in this case, I have, let it be p plus q raised to the power 6. We want to expand this using this formula. How do we go? We begin. N is the highest power. As you can see in the given question, n is the highest power. So I'm going to write 6 factorial. But before I continue, look at this. Be reminded that 0 factorial is equal to 1. And the 1 factorial is equal to 1. Also, 2 factorial is equal to 2 multiplied by 1, which is 2. Then 3 factorial is equal to 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, which is equal to 6. 4 factorial is equal to 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1, and that is equal to 24. Then 5 factorial is equal to 5 multiplied by 2 multiplied by multiplied by 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1, which is around 120. Okay, 6 factorial is going to be 6 multiplied by 5, multiplied by 4, multiplied by 3, multiplied by 2, multiplied by 1. And that is going to give us this and this is 30, this and this is 12. Okay, this to this is 4 times 3 is 12 times 2 is 24. So I have 30 times 24, which is about 240 multiplied by 3. 3 here is 0, 3 here is 12. Then 3 here is 7. So that is about 720. 6 factorial equal to 720. Alright, so this is how we can apply factorials, or we expand the factorials. The meaning of factorials, just a kind of reminder. Alright, therefore, from here I have n factorial, which is now 6, all over what? 6 minus 0 factorial, then 0 factorial. Then this time I am going to have p raised to the power 6 minus 0, and then q raised to the power 0. That is the first expansion. Alright, we move on. Next, there is something I want to tell you. This one circled here takes care of the coefficient, whereas this takes care of the powers of p and q. Alright, so moving forward, next now we have is 6 factorial all over. I want to reduce the space. 6 minus 1 factorial, 1 factorial, then p raised to power 6 minus 1. So let me just remove this. 6 minus 1 now is 5, then q raised to power 1. Next, I have 6 factorial all over 6 minus 2, which is now going to be equal to, in this case is 6 minus 0, in this case is 6 minus 1. So next one is going to, in fact I want to write this place as 5 factorial, 5 factorial, 1 factorial. So this place will now be 4 factorial, 2 factorial. Very good. What that means is that when I subtract, I write just the value. Okay? 6 minus 0 will give me 6. 6 minus 1, n minus k. This time around, remember, k starts from 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. That is how it is. So k here is 0, k here is 1, k here is 2. Next I have here is now going to be p to the power of 4 and then q to the power of 2. Next is expanding 6 factorial all over. This time around k is equal to 3. So I have 6 minus 3, which is going to give me 3 factorial, then k is 3 factorial. Then I have p raised to power 3 q raised to the power 3. Next I have is 6 factorial all over n is 6 and the k is 4. So 6 minus 4 will give me 2 factorial and then 4 factorial, and I have p raised to the power 2, then q raised to the power q raised to the power 4. Very good. Now the next I have is plus 6 factorial all over, see here n is still 6, but to get this time around is 5. So I have 6 minus 5, which is 1 factorial, 5 factorial, then I have p raised to the power 1, q raised to the power 5. Next I have is 6 factorial, 6 factorial, let's circle this here, okay. So I have plus 6 factorial all over, this time around, n remains 6, constant, okay, but k this time is equal to 6. So 6 minus 6 will give me 0 factorial, then 6 factorial, and I have p raised to the power 0 and the q raised to the power 6. Now I want to explain what I have done. I just want you to pay attention. Don't get off it. Now, notice with me that the value of the power of p started from the highest value, which is the value of n, and it decreases as it progresses. What does it mean? The first power of p is 6, next is 5, next is 4, next is 3, next is 2, next is 1, and the last is 0. Whereas the power of q started from 0, which is the value of k, and it increases. So you can see q is to the power of 0, next q is to the power of 1, next q is to the power of 2, next q is to the power of 3, q to the power of 4, q to the power of 5, and then q to the power of 6. And the highest power is 6. So that is where it terminates. So the first variable starts with the highest power, whereas the second variable starts with the value of 0, okay, to the highest power. Also, the addition of the two powers must be equal to the highest degree, in this case 6. So 6 plus 0 is 6, 5 plus 1 is 6, 4 plus 2 is 6, 3 plus 3 is 6, 2 plus 4 is 6, 1 plus 5, and 0 plus 6. That is what you can observe here. Again, like I told you, this one takes care of the coefficients. Therefore, the answer now we will have from where we started from here, 6 factorial all over. You know, 6 minus 0 is 6 factorial, then 0 factorial. From what we have here, that 0 factorial is equal to 1. You can now see 0 factorial multiplied by 6 factorial. So this 6 factorial will cancel out with this 6 factorial, leaving us with the result of here the coefficient becomes 1. Then we have left p to the power of 6, q to the power of 0 will just be equal to 1. I want to repeat this part again. 6 minus 0 is 6, so that is 6 factorial. Cancelling out 6 factorial. So the coefficient now is 1. I have p to the power of 6 and q to the power of 0 is 1. Next, plus. I have 6 factorial over 5 factorial. See here, 6 factorial is the same thing as 6 factorial times. Alright, 6 factorial is equal to 6 multiplied by 5 factorial all over 5 factorial, so that this can cancel out this. What does it mean? That 6 factorial over 5 factorial, of course 1 factorial is 1. So 6 factorial over 5 factorial is equal to 6. Then I now have p raised to the power 5, q raised to the power 1. Next I have, remember the addition is because of this summation. While this takes care of the coefficients and this pq takes care of the powers. Alright. Next I have taken care of this. I have done this. I have done this. Then I come to this. 6 factorial over 4 factorial 2 factorial. Now 6 factorial is the same thing as 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 factorial, and at the denominator I also have 4 factorial. 2 factorial is the same thing as 2. As you can see, 2 factorial is 2. So 4 factorial cancels 4 factorial. 2 will come here to give me 3. Therefore 3 times 5 is going to give me 15. Then what I have next there is p to the power of 4 and q to the power of 2. We move on. Moving forward, what I have next is here. I have 3 factorial, 3 factorial. At the numerator, I have 6 factorial, which is 6 times 5 times 4 times 3 factorial, all over 3 factorial times 6. 3 factorial here is 6. Then the other 3 factorial will cancel with this 3 factorial, since I have 3 factorial and 3 factorial. Alright? 6 can cancel 6, leaving me with 3, 5 times 4, which is 20. So I have taken care of the coefficient side, which is exactly this. Remember, this is gotten from this formula. N factorial all over n minus k factorial, then k factorial. This takes care of the coefficient. So, having done this, I have gotten the coefficient as 20. So, the power side will now be p to the power of 3, q to the power of 3, plus, I continue. In this case, I have 6 factorial, which is 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 factorial, all over 2 multiplied by 4 factorial. This 2 factorial is 2, and 4 factorial will cancel out 4 factorial, leaving me here with 3. Okay, and 3 times 5 is going to give me 15. So I have 15 p to the power of 2 and q to the power of 4, as you can see. Next, I have is here. Okay, I have 6 factorial over 5 factorial. See where we evaluated that. Over 5 factorial, 6 factorial over 5 factorial, and what we got there was 6. So that is 6. Then we have p to the power of 1, and then q to the power of 5. And the last part is here. Okay, 6 factorial divided 6 factorial gives us 1. Then we now have p to the power of 0, which is 1, and q to the power of 6 will give us q to the power of 6. So this is the expansion to that question given to us, which is p plus q all to the power of 6. Thank you for watching this video to the end. I believe you learned something, and my little exercise for you is to find a plus b all to the power of 4. If you can do this, may God bless you.